Hey, thanks for joining us at 616 Comic Review. This is Aaron here. We're here doing a review of the new 52 Harley Quinn #1. Come right back and check us out. Hey, thanks for coming back at 616 Comic Reviews. Today we are here reviewing Harley Quinn #1 from the New 52 series. It's written by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti. The artist is Chad Hardin. Harley Quinn starts out, she's on her motorcycle. She's going back to the building that was given to her in at the end of #0. You can see that she's got all her earthly possessions strapped to the motorcycle. She's got even a mannequin on the top with the classic Harley Quinn mask on. She's got her beaver strapped to the front of it. And, he's saying some things. I think he's a little scared. Classic Harley style. So she's traveling down the road and she hits a couple or almost hits somebody. She takes along this little dog with her as the guy jumps out of the way. You see later on in this panel she gets attacked by somebody. They almost take her out. She basically beats the heck out of this guy until she gets all the way to her building. And this is where the story really kind of starts, is right here at the building. This is their first experience with coming to the building itself. She ends up talking to the owners, and the owners tell her that she has to get a job because the building's tenants only pay for about 45% of the total rent and total expenses. So she ends up having to pay a large portion of it. I think it was somewhere around like $6,000 or something like that. And they keep moving along. She decides she's got to get a job, so she starts looking for a job. She applies for a psychiatry job at some mental facility. And then she also finds out that there's a tryout at a roller derby. So a lot of the comics this particular issue is spent going through these various normal tasks of trying to get some income coming into her so she can afford the gift that was given to her. One of my favorite parts of this whole story, though, is when it comes to towards the end, but she's actually got to go try out at the roller derby. And the art here is particularly good because, as you can see, all these women look like they're pretty tough women, but with Harley's attitude and her spunk and honestly her I gotta say cute sexy swagger, she tends to kind of make everybody look like a fool, especially because she tends to be a little more aggressive than the average, which that's Harley Quinn, and this art in this is particularly good. There's a couple of panels, if I was going to be really critical, where I think the face was kind of done a little fast. I don't think they proportioned her really right. But anyways, after the roller derby, she ends up coming back, and this is an important plot point. She's sitting on the top of a roof, and she's just relaxing and lounging, and an assassin starts to creep up behind her. And as the assassin gets close, a new character, one of the tenants in the building, pops out, and is named Big Tony, and he puts a bullet right through the assassin's heart. And of course, Harley Quinn, being kind of the nonchalant she is, she goes in, diving deep into the girl's bra, and what she pulls out is a wanted poster saying basically that there's a hit out on Harley Quinn's life. And that's pretty much where the end of this issue ends. So really only a couple plot points. The comedy is pretty good. I'd say it's not quite as good as #0, but I think they're building a lot of story to it, and they're building up to a lot of events that are to come afterwards. So I think it was a very well issue. It was very entertaining. I read it really quickly. I read it cover to cover, really quickly all the way through. No stops, no breaks, no nothing. So thank you for joining us here at 616. I forgot to give a rating. So I would definitely give this probably like I'd say 7 out of 10. I give it a 7 out of 10. I'd like it because like there's certain faces on her, like this particular face right here. It's very kind of almost skullish and manly. So there's just, and it's not very often. It's only in certain panels, and it might just be the angles they're drawing. So, if I had to be critical, I'd give it that. And the plot was a little slow, mostly because it's just building up. So, but I would still, overall, I think, I would give it a 7 out of 10. So, yeah, thank you, and we'll see you next time.